Hey guys, it's Tanya from 4girlsjewelry here. It's sort of late today when I decide to sit and create a tutorial for you guys. But better later than never, right? So I'm excited to share something that I create recently. It was a couple days ago that I did one of the earrings and pendants, which I show you too at the end of the video, but I think this idea was much better than the first that I pop in my brain. So these earrings are created from 18 gauge wire and 26 with sterling and copper. They all needed to go in a liver of sulfur, but I will just quickly go over with the frames, how to create one, and shapes. Honestly, I think with this idea you can create amazing unique shape wherever you want. You can do elongated one, you can do. So talking about the first project, that's what the first project was, and I use thicker wire frame here, and I use thinner wire when you see it. So I just wire wrap 2 and then make a little loop, wrap 2 to the frame, and so that was kind of a little complicated than the way how I do it now. And these wires are just nicely laying like this. I do like much better this idea. So let me know what you think in the comments below, but I will show how we create this, because here is, first of all, we don't need 2 frames, we don't need frame and 10 wire to go with. We're just using 18 gauge and 26 gauge inside. That's it. And if you don't like to use torch, which I use in some of them, you can see these pieces, you don't have to, because this piece doesn't have any, I didn't use torch, except this little piece have, you know, when I put the bead. But you also can do with a swirl or something. So let me show how I create that. And also, if you like to make pendant, you can do exactly same too, and combine together and create pendant. Believe it or not, this one I put the stone inside and even didn't go through with my wire. It just sitting there and it's solid, because I wire wrapped so tightly that there's no way it's gonna escape from there. Plus the frames, you know, it's sitting here nicely. So yeah, I think that's a cool idea to create something unique. If you like 2 different wires, it can be just copper, just sterling and silver. Here is one more pair that I did originally. It's like 2 or 3 days ago I did the same. That was based on the previous design. Okay, so let's go back to the frames, because I feel like you can, this one belonged to this, that I did just playing too. So depends, I will just sit and do maybe more tonight and see what I can come up with what kind of designs. And it could be elongated, could be teardrop, could be, you know, even I was thinking about large, like a misshaped circle. It will be very nice too, like something more organic. But let's create frame for our earrings. I will use a piece of wire that I have left over here. It's about, I think it's 10 inches, because I used it same length. Yeah, it's about 10 inches long. That's more than enough for small earrings. If you need if you want to make a larger one, because if you're using 18 gauge wire, honestly it's very light, so you can go big, right? It's very light. But I will make these. So I will roughly find the center, and what I do is I use my round nose pliers and I make tiny, I use just the tip of the pliers just all the way down there. So that's my first one, will be facing this way, and then we need to make loops inside, and I will start from this side. Switch the pliers, you put your pliers here. Take your time here, because from that, how neat you create those little loops will show beauty of your earrings. So what we want to do, we want to this end, put it always on top of the wire you have, you know, like that will go always on top. So we have one loop. I hope you know what I mean, right? And then the second one, you decide how close you wanted them to be. Same story, your wire go on top of that wire previous, and you decide how close or how far your loops will be. Just the thing is, they have to be sort of same, ideally, right? So I think I have 1 2 3 4 5 3. If it's hard for you to work with 18 gauge, you can still use 18 gauge, but you pre-anneal it. Just hit your wire, will be just like a thread. I don't pre-anneal, I have strong enough hands to work with. So we have 4, and I need one more loop. One more. Okay, it's enough here on this side. Now I want to switch my pliers. So we have 5, right? And again, I want the wire to be on top of my work, so I'll put here, and the wire will go be like this. Again, the wire that previous, like you always put this on top of the previous of the. I hope you guys understand, you know what I mean. So that will be neat. Okay, so the second loop, the third, you can use whatever how it feels better for you. The 3, 4, and I need one more 5. Okay, so we have 5 and 5. Later we will hammer it with your rubber mallet. So now time for making frame. I like to push a little bit this in. Will be nice if you wanted to make a little sketch on a piece of paper and frame it in of the frame you want, and then just work over that. Will be easier if you have one, then you can actually make it from based on the first earring you did. Like for me it will be easier because I can mimic the one I have here, like that. That's here. So just spend your time. Again, check if they are equal. Sometimes they don't look ideal. I hope they do. Okay. 1, 2. And we cut. Okay. So we have a little frame now. Okay, what's next? Next, I still don't hammer. You can hammer now a little bit using your round nose plier. I feel like I still need to work on this shape a little bit, but take your time, make sure they are nicely sit. Actually, it's a handwork, right? Okay, I will use a little piece. I think this is thicker than my original one. It's better not to use thicker. Yeah, I will use this piece. So what we want to do is to make a little circle that goes inside. It's hard to see on these earrings, but you can better see in this design. So here I use with the torch, but you don't have to. So what I do, I use my veil maker plier for this one, and I use the tiniest one here. I do make perfect circle here, and we don't need a lot of wires for that. So I will cut, and this will be for my second earring for the middle, and that's where it goes. You can use also jump ring if you wanted to, but I feel like this will make a little extra for your earrings. I will quickly hammer. Because when you hammer, your wires will be settled perfectly, so you don't have to worry about misshaping them or anything. So I will just nicely hold here with my thumb, and let's see, I use my pliers. Some people ask if you mark them. Yeah, if you mark, you can polish a little bit more. So sometimes I only use like making the wrap once before I go to the other side. This time I just did it two. Oops. And I'm mismatching, misshaping the wire. Okay. And that other side, because it's a delicate wire, you have to take your time, because I'm really rushing here, but you can take your time. Nicely go around here. And if you like to use 2 wraps or 3 wraps, that's up to you. I have 3 of them because it's 18 on 18. It's hard to wire wrap, but that's the base we needed for these earrings. And I want to make one more over here. Whoops. Looks not really cool. That's why you just go slow and just take your time, so the earring will look neat and beautiful. Okay, so we have this little piece. I will use sterling silver, so I might not enough. I need to take it. It says I used 26 gauge wire. Let me take a little piece. Let's see how much I use. I don't think I use a. I can even measure that for you guys. I'm very bad in measuring, so it is, let's see, I have 31-inch long piece. Okay. And if I have leftover, I usually use for my chains or something, adding the beads. I always have little pieces of wire here. So I put in one of the circles, go around here, and you need to anchor your wire at least 3 times before you start do anything else. 1, a little fiddly could be 2, 1 more, yeah, that's more than enough, 3 times. Okay, cut. Make sure you nicely tuck your wire before you start next. Still this one. Okay, so I push the wire like this and go inside. I don't wrap anything between. I just go directly to my second loop. But what I did is I did one, again one. So when I go up on top, I just push like this, and wire, remember that. Let me just go to quickly, and then the third one, because we have 5 here, this is our 6th. So we're on the third, I did twice in the same loop. So I did 1. Let me quickly do it. 1, and then the second time. I thought it's more full then. So this is the second one. Inside, don't worry about kinks or anything, like not really crazy kinks, but if it's like that, because we will actually make it something like that anyway. So, and now again I do 1, and again will be 1 in the 5th one. And now the one in the middle, we will have 2 wraps. 2 wraps in the middle. One, 2, 2, and you keep going. You're making again 1, 1, 2 in this one, and 1, 1. After we're done, you of course finish with 3 wraps around here, and I want to show you how you put your bead in the circle here. So I have beautiful labradorite, and they very nicely drilled. They can go on thick wire too. I love it. I love labradorite. It has always have those little, it also depends on the gemstone. I don't know if you can see the glow. Love it. So what I do is I go, because we will have a room between this circle here and here, so we put inside in there, and you decide how long your bead will sit. Let's say it's go sit like, because we needed to do equal with the first one. So you decide it sits here. You put your bead on the bottom there. Okay, so it's like sits like there, or wherever length you want it, right? Then what you do is you go around your main wire here twice. will be nice to just push it so it will be more close. And I think I have 2 wraps here. Make sure they're not really looking large. And I will cut my piece of wire here. And okay, right there. After you're done with all wrapping and everything, what I did is I just make some very, I can't say, it's not even symmetrical, it's just something you crank your wire, like making like little wiggle your wire. I think it's really making cool design, guys. I hope you like it. So that's how you make your earrings. And then, you know, then you can hammer with a rubber mallet. So if you decide you don't want to put bead very large here, a long stick, you can put it right there so it will not move like this for you. That's up to you, whatever how you want it. But I thought it's so cool to make something like that. Plus you can make pendants, like I said, you can do sets for that, right? Guys, I hope you like it. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you create with that. I will really appreciate if you guys share my video with other people. I know the quality is probably bad because of the sun, but we'll try to film early in the morning sometimes. Just today, very late. Thanks guys for watching. I will wait for your comments, and I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.